if you tell someone they can't have something, they're going to want it more. So deprivation, dieting, all that causes the need to want it more. So what you have to do is you have to have substitutes for the things you crave. In this recipe, you're going to mix coconut, almond, and chocolate with stevia. It's very, very simple to make, and this tastes almost equivalent to Almond Joy, that candy bar. So what you do is you mix coconut oil, which has medium chain triglycerides, which have been shown to increase the fat burning process, increase your metabolism. So, and then we're going to combine baker's chocolate, unsweetened chocolate, with stevia, and we show you how to do that in the recipe right below this video. And then what you can do is you can pour this over the coconut. You're going to add coconut and this, blend it together, add chocolate, put it in the refrigerator or the freezer, and you have the most delicious treat that you can possibly imagine. You can have this as a substitute every once in a while so you don't have to deprive yourself. This stuff is amazing. Let's talk about the health benefits of cacao and dark chocolate. Now, cacao is the raw bean that's then fermented and processed into chocolate, okay? But there are some serious health benefits to both of these items. In fact, 6 billion pounds is consumed on a yearly basis. It is loaded with some serious phytonutrients, polyphenols, and flavonols, which is more in quantity than blueberries or acai berries. Now, there's a tiny bit of caffeine involved, but you have a good amount of theobromine, which is a stimulant. So, of course, if you're going to consume this later in the day or before bed, that may keep you up. Now, I consume a little bit of chocolate on a regular basis, not too much, but I always consume no sugar type chocolate. I always make sure that it's organic because they do spray different chemicals, including using glyphosate. I primarily use these two brands right here. There's other ones that you can get as well, but they're usually flavored with erythritol and monk fruit or stevia. So there's quite a variety that you can choose from. All right, let's look at the benefits of cacao and dark chocolate. There's some seriously amazing benefits for the heart. Decreased blood pressure because you're getting increased nitric oxide, which actually helps the smooth muscle of the arteries. Now, the blood pressure effect can also happen due to the high levels of magnesium. It's also loaded with iron and potassium and copper and phosphorus and zinc. Number 2, it can increase your HDL, decrease your LDL, especially the oxidized LDL. Number 3, major studies showing the decrease in risk of heart disease, okay? This is the big one right here, decreasing endothelial dysfunction. This is where heart disease starts. It's the inside of the layer of the artery, specifically the coronary, that starts to become damaged, and then the cholesterol comes and the calcium comes and builds a plaquing and a clot. And so these antioxidants protect the inside layer of the artery. Of course, if you consume chocolate without the sugar, which is like, sandpaper on the arteries. All right, number 4, decreasing cortisol and adrenaline. This is why many times people consume chocolate to reduce stress. All right, number 5, it may decrease the risk of certain cancers. Number 6, decreasing insulin improves insulin resistance, okay? Number 7, can decrease the risk of strokes. Number 8, it can elevate your mood and bring someone from a depressed state to a higher level. They don't know exactly why this is. It could be because of the increase in serotonin. It could be because of the theobromine, but it can also be from the polyphenols, okay? But regardless, it seems to create a cool effect. Number 9, it can increase your physical performance. 10, it can really help the skin's circulation, probably because of this nitric oxide right here, the texture of your skin, the hydration of your skin. And number 11, which is quite amazing, which relates to number 3, it can decrease metabolic syndrome, which is a combination of improving your blood sugars, cholesterol, and blood pressure. The only thing I want to mention about cacao or chocolate is that it does have higher amounts of oxalates. And so if you're at risk for kidney stones, I would probably recommend not consuming it. Hey, before you leave, I just wanted to give you a little quick history on some of the books that I wrote. This was one of the first books. It's called Dr. Berg Body Shapes. It was my attempt at writing about body types. What was very interesting about this book is I actually did all the images myself. Don't ask me why. They look actually not quite as professional as some of the images that I have in the new book. But anyway, this is my first attempt right here called Dr. Berg's Body Shape Diets. And then I wrote a book more extensive called The 7 Principles of Fat Burning. I don't even have a copy anymore, actually, because it's outdated. The next book, I put about 1,000 hours into this one right here called The New Body Type Guide. Major updates on the body types. I put a lot of energy into this. It has professional images, graphics, all sorts of things. Now, the problem with this book is it doesn't really describe what this is really about. Body types are only a small portion of what's in this book. And that's why I changed the name to the Healthy Keto Plan, okay? If you happen to have this book, you don't really need this book because there's only very, very minor updates. But if you don't have this, you need to get this one right here. This book goes into every single detail that you would ever want to know about. It goes into the 7 principles of fat burning. It goes into hormones, the body types, the basic keto plan. It goes into intermittent fasting. I talk about the 10 fat burning triggers and blockers and fat burning strategies with a lot of details in every single chapter. I go into body issues that interfere with losing weight. There's very few people that just have a weight problem. They have a lot of body issues, whether it's sleeping problems, stress problems, inflammation, menopause. I cover that extensively in this book. Then I talk about how to get rid of stress, and I show you a technique. Then I get into exercising. And then I have a lot of really good recipes in this book as well. So this is a good reference guide. On my website, if you get this book, you get this one free. It's called Healthy Keto Intermittent Fasting. This is the shortcut, quick guide to this book. And the reason I created this book is to have you, within 45 minutes, learn how to do keto, okay, in intermittent fasting, exactly what you need to do. Then you can fill in the blanks with this book right here. So right now I'm doing a special. If you get this book, you get this one totally free, or you can go to Amazon and get these individually. So I just want to clarify the difference between this book and this updated one right here. If you don't have this, you need to get this right here. That way you can get the exact correct information to do it healthily.